Good morning, everybody. I am actually out of town, so that's a first in a while. But actually out of town at a meeting that was scheduled for April but got moved to May because of, well, because of what. So out of town today, and I just gotta say it's interesting because things are open and life is going on, but it's not everything's not fully open. It's not the norm, which I'm glad because we've talked about already. Don't want to go back to norm. We need this new reality. But out of town, so that's why I'm running late. Apologize. But I just wanted to run one thing by you. Last night in a meeting, there was a word given about, there's a point when actually Dad said it. He said, raise your hands. And he said, I just see God, like when you pick a child up, when their arms are raised and you pick them up from behind, he said, that's just what I'm seeing is the Lord lifting you out of circumstances and lifting you out of, the darkness and where you've been. And as he says that, all of a sudden, I see a little child and I see the father pick them up. And you know how when you pick up a little child, you throw them up into the air and they just giggle and giggle and giggle, and there's just nothing better than that. And I see this picture of that, of God just lifting this little child up and throwing them in the air and throwing them in the air, and the giggles and the laughs. But what I realized is what hit me the most about that whole beautiful little picture was the view of the child looking outward, and it was beautiful. I didn't see a full picture, but it was just so bright. Every time the child was thrown up in the air, they could see farther, and they could see how far the view went. It was endless, and it was so bright, and it was amazing. For you, those of you just joining, I'm talking about being at a meeting and a word Dad gave last night about lift your arms and let the Lord lift you out of the darkness and where you are, like a father lifts a child. And I kept seeing this picture of the Lord throwing this little child up into the air, and just the joy and the freedom and the peace and the lack of concern. But beyond that, the view was endless, and it was so, so, so bright. So if I could just hand that to you today, and just know the future is bright. What's ahead of us is bright. And it's not what we're being told that we have to have, because we have a say in this. We have a say in what things are going to look like. So I just wanted to give that to you today and just let you know what? Lift your arms today. Let the Father lift you out of where you are, what you're dealing with, the darkness that's surrounding us, the mess, the chaos, the lies, the anger. Let the Lord lift you out of that today and see what he shows you. Think of that picture of that little child being tossed into the air by their loving, caring, strong Father, and how far that child can see from where their Father lifts them. I just wanted to hand that to you today because that picture last night really gave me a deep breath. Because I don't know about you, but one minute I got a deep breath and I'm excited about all this, and then the next minute more chaos hits and it's a little crazy and it's a little hard to swallow. But the future's bright. The future is much bigger than we can comprehend, and it goes much farther than we can put any kind of timeline on. So bless you today. Take a deep breath with me and know that there is beautiful goodness ahead. And the beauty is we can't think it up, but God can, because he's that big. There are amazing shifts. I know I've said it every time we have coffee together, but I'm going to say it again. There are amazing, massive shifts going on. And even if you've had a rough week, I speak peace over you, because there are amazing shifts coming in your life, in this nation, on this earth. So take a deep breath today and know that your Father has you. Let Him lift you up to show you beyond what you can see right here, right now. All right? Yeah, that's it. Have a wonderful, beautiful weekend. Love you. God bless you. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. We're no longer subjugated to the darkness. We're no longer subjugated to the chains and to the lies and to our own curses in our bloodline. We're not subjugated to any of that. We are free. So have a wonderful weekend, y'all. Look beyond. Let the Lord toss you up this weekend so you can look beyond what's happening to what's ahead. This is Awakening. Happy weekend.